just like to sit you down so I can get you in our system, make sure we're doing all the right things.
Sounds good.
Please have a seat. Now, Jackie, the first thing I want to ask you is, have you been here or done business here before?
No.
No. And I'm just going to plug you in real quick, get you in our system. And a couple questions I'd like to ask you. Currently, what are you driving?
2007 Chevy Malibu.
Malibu? It's a great car.
Yes.
Hey, give me a couple things on what you really like about your Malibu.
Great gas, great gas mileage. And it's just easy to drive.
Awesome, awesome. And what about a couple things maybe you don't like about your current Malibu?
There's some different things with the interior and everything. I
Okay.
would like they have something different that way. And I think just some of the styling
Okay.
in that.
Awesome, thank you for that. And a little, couple things. How many people in your family?
We have one.
4 people in the family? And so do they all use the car or separate?
No, just normally it's just me and my husband in the car and dog.
Okay, awesome. And then one more question, Jackie, if you could, tell me what inspires you? What are you passionate about?
Life
Life?
in general.
Life in general. That's awesome. I appreciate it. We're going to get along really good because I'm inspired by life too. Awesome. Now, I know you came in on the Buick Regal,
Yes.
but I like to offer my customers options because I know a lot of my customers who've come in, and I've had a lot of them, they end up buying something other than maybe what they came in on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I may show you a different model, maybe even a used car. Would you be open to that?
Sure.
And again, Jackie, one of the things that you said is you always purchase your vehicles. Is that correct?
Yeah,
you
that's
usually
correct.
buy?
Yeah.
Would you be opposed if maybe I gave you an option of leasing? Leasing's become a great option right now. Would you be opposed to that?
I wouldn't mind looking at it.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for keeping an open mind. I appreciate that. Now, as I said, I just wanted to get a couple pieces, and it looks like everything's good here. I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. So you haven't been here before or done business before. So what I'd like to do is show you that Buick Regal. So the Regal's right here, if you allow me. And I'll try to be efficient with your time. One of the things I want to talk about is this car is a little more European in design. They actually made it in Germany initially.
Oh, okay.
Now it's made in Oshawa, one of our award-winning plants. And it has a little more European design, so it's a little more sculpted and rounded. So it's the athlete of the family when it comes to Buick. So you notice the Buick insignia in the front, the waterfall style grille, this car, and there's 4 trim levels, by the way. You have your basic Regal, your Turbo, which would be what I call a Premium 1. This is a Premium 2,
Okay.
and then there's the Regal GS.
Okay.
Each one of those models, well, starting with the base model, has an option for the 4-cylinder by itself. Then the second model, the Premium 1, would be with a turbo engine. And then all the way up to the Regal GS, which is also a turbo engine.
Okay.
You also have 2 different options in regards to front wheel or all-wheel drive. A lot of people in Michigan, they like all-wheel drive.
Yeah, all-wheel drive.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's great because you don't have to worry on those days where it snows a lot, right?
Correct.
So all-wheel drive would be an option there. This one happens to be a front-wheel drive, but for purposes of showing you the car, I think this would be a great one to show you the car. Walking around the car, here you have the upgraded chrome wheel. I really like the looks of that chrome. You know, easy to maintain, and it really does give a nice profile to the car, makes it look real good. If you notice it, again, it's very athletic in its style. You've got tunnel-tested mirrors. You've got a throwback here with Buick. This was something that they had in the 50s. Up front, you have the cat eye design for your headlamps. And again, I had already mentioned the fog lamps. So kind of coming around the car, because one of the great features, it kind of makes you lazy a little bit, this particular model, because with your remote, you have passive entry. So what that means to you is with the fob in your pocket or purse, we can set it up for you where you just touch that button, it'll open one door or all doors. But the cool part is, if you're getting out of the car and you walk 3 to 5 paces away, get far enough away, it'll lock the car automatically. Another cool feature, it won't lock your keys in. So it has an anti-lockout, so it'll let you know if you left the fob in, so you don't have to worry, oh, is my car gonna lock me out? It won't happen. And if it did, with our OnStar feature, you get Remote Link, and now that comes with a 5-year package, separate from the OnStar that you get for 6 months, which is a great value, by the way. Nobody else in the industry has it. So you get that for 6 months, and again, the Remote Link would be for 5 years. XM radio for 3 months, so those are some of the advantages. Warranty-wise, best warranty in the business currently. You get a 4-year 50 bumper to bumper, 6-year 70 on your powertrain, and it includes all your roadside assistance. So flat tire, run out of gas, lock your keys in, tow to the nearest dealership, and jump starts are all covered for 5 years. Most manufacturers don't even offer roadside. So coming around to the back, this is from Cadillac, it's just a push button gas pop. So you pop that, make sure when you get gas you click that once so you don't have that engine light come on. And then moving around here to the back, you have a couple great features in regards to ultrasonic parking. So not only do you get the rear camera, which is right here, and I generally recommend if you come out of the house and you want to make sure that the rear camera is clean on the back so that you don't have any ice or debris there. But in addition to the rear camera, you're also going to have the ultrasonic parking, which is built into the bumper, so it's going to let you know it sends out waves. When you get the turbo, you get the dual exhaust, so you see how nice and clean that looks with the dual exhaust. Yeah, so that's good looking there. And again, you get LED lighting, and also this is what I call chimsole, so you have a light here when you hit your brake. We believe that if you are in the car and you hit the brakes, see and be seen, it's a very good safety feature for you. So when someone sees you hit the brakes, they're going to stop as well. So coming over here to the side, I wanted to have you have a seat here in the vehicle. If you would, please have a seat. I just want to go through a couple features with you here. Again, along with this package, you get the memory seats. So you have a 1-2 button so you can memorize where you're at. Power windows, power locks, air cruising tilt. This one comes standard with navigation. So that's a great feature. Where it really works is when you're away from, you probably know where all the great restaurants are here. But if you were in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, you might not know where all of those restaurants are. And if you had to, you could plug right in along with your Bluetooth. And in that case, you could actually order out right from your car. So that's a great feature to have. You have radio controls on the wheel. You have daytime running lamps. Again, fog lamps, you just push that button in right there, and you have all those features. This one comes with the dual climate control, which is digital now, and also has the auto feature, so it's a lot like your home. So you have that. You also get with this the heated steering wheel. I can't tell you how many people have commented on the heated steering wheel in Michigan. Tests have been done, and in the first few minutes of your drive, if your hands are cold, you don't remember. So just think of not being alert of everything going around. That heated steering wheel really helps. And the people I've sold it to, it's almost like a must-have once you have it. In addition to that, you get the heated seats, and this is what I call the feature is preconditioning. So if you use your remote start on the vehicle, which you could also use from that remote link app that I mentioned, you could start the car and it preconditions for you. So whether it's 30 degrees outside or 100 degrees, it's going to precondition the car. Now below 40, it'll kick on your heated seat, and it'll also get the temperature to a certain degree. They don't give us the actual. I like to tend to say 70, no matter if it's 100 or 30. Does that make sense? And again, so I think, did you have any questions? Absolutely, and let me talk about that for a little bit. So if you Bluetooth your phone, you can play your music through your car. So that's a great feature for you. And in addition to that, if you had a separate device, this is 4G LTE, so it's a Wi-Fi hotspot. So if you hooked up a computer, you could run that off the car. Or if you just downloaded music onto a stick, now you can plug it in the car and play your music, or an iPad, you could plug that in as well. So the technology is really up there. So I think right now, based on me doing this walk around, that I'll get in with you and we'll go for a test drive. How does that sound? Awesome, thank you.